Hey everybody, this is Rachel. We're going to do a belly routine. So I will start standing and then we'll work our way down to the floor. It's for beginners to intermediate. Alright, so stepping back, hopefully you can see me in the camera. Inhale up, hands out to the side. We're going to do a little movement up top and then we'll go to the ground. So circle, rock star arm, lean. And then let's go the other way. Circle, lean. From center, arms up. Alright, bend the right knee, twist to the left. Keep low, bend the left knee, twist to the right. Reach your arm up. Alright, back to center, knees bent, inhale, arms up. Open out, circle left, exhale. Center, circle right. Center, reach up. Alright, twist left, bend the right knee. Reach the left arm up. Twist right, reach left arm up. Sorry, right arm up. And center, knees bent, inhale, lift. Number 3, we'll do 5. Open, circle left, circle right. All right, back to center, reach it up. All right, twist left. Stay low, twist right. Back to center, inhale up. Arms out, rock star right. I might be calling the wrong direction. Left. So facing opposite. Inhale, center, reach up. Exhale, left. And low, twist right. Back, center. Roll it up. Inhale. Arms out. Circle right. Lean. Circle left. Lean. Alright, reach it up. Bend the knee, twist. And bend the other knee. Alright, back to center. Let's hold each of those. So I'm just going to hold the leans. I'm going to circle to the lean. So leaning to your right. So that's what we'll do. We'll do some movement and then a hold. You can feel abs on that one. And then the other way. If you need to, hand on your waist instead of both arms up. And 2. 1, lift. Alright, bending that right knee, twisting left. Reaching that left hand to the sky. And come center, bend the left knee and twist right. Reach the right hand up. And back center, hands on thighs, roll it up. Alright, shake it out. Okay, so we're gonna do one of my yoga sequences. We're gonna play with our reverse warrior, extended side angle. We'll get into all the other stuff. Reverse triangle and triangle. So right knee is bent. Warrior left. If you are mirroring me. So left knee is bent. Now, one thing I want to see is that my knee is facing the wall in front of me, or beside me, sorry. You're in front of me. The knee is facing the wall beside me. All right, thighs are open, okay? And I'm gonna reach back. I have this right foot slightly turned down, so I think Barbie arms. All right, reaching back, reverse warrior, knee stays bent. Exhale, reach forward to the side angle. Okay, inhale, straighten the leg, reach back with that reverse triangle. And exhale, hinge, legs stay straight. Triangle. Okay, let's do that 7 more times. Bend the left knee. Make sure it follows the toe. Inhale, reverse. Reach back. Exhale, reach front. Inhale, straighten, reach back. And exhale, hinge. All right, now bend the knee. And reverse. Exhale, this is 3. Reaching forward. Inhale, straighten. Back and exhale, hinge to triangle and bend the knee. Number 4, reverse. Extend. Inhale, straighten and reverse. And exhale, triangle. All right, so we're moving at the waist. Bend the knee. Inhale, 5, reach back. Reverse warrior, exhale, reach front. Inhale, straighten, reach back. Hinge front. All right, 3 more. Bend the knee. Find stability first. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale, straighten and reverse. Exhale, hinge. All right, I think we have 3 more. Bend the knee. Inhale, number 6. Reach back. Exhale, forward. All right, inhale back. So as I go along, I might get a little bit deeper. Exhale down. Because I'm more warm. All right, bend the knee. 7, reach it back. Reach in front. Straighten, reach back. And front. All right, we're gonna hold each of those. So bend that left knee. Okay, and reverse warrior. I like to take my hand behind my back, the other hand over the head. And exhale, extended side angle. So our hand, elbow, that left elbow could be on the thigh, or you can try to reach that hand to the floor. It feels better to me to keep the elbow on the thigh, but if I want to go a little deeper, I'll take it to the floor. Back, whoosh, straighten that front leg. Now we can play with this reverse triangle. Try to clasp the hands. Well, I'm thinking this right elbow up to the sky or your left elbow up to the sky. And exhale, hand to the thigh. All right, or you can hinge and go lower. And I tend to not be able to put my hands slip on the pants. All right, that top hand is being pulled up. God is stretching you, or you're thinking like you're an ornament. And bend the knee. I'm gonna grab my block, take us the other way. All right, so lifting up. So thinking about sideways stance, barbie arms. Okay, your toe is facing the side wall. Okay, we're gonna play with that reverse warrior. Ramp the foot. All right, bend the right knee. I won't try to call the correct leg. All right, exhale, extend forward, extend the side angle. Inhale, straight, reverse triangle. Exhale, triangle. All right, bend the knee. Make sure it follows the toe. Inhale, stabilize first, reach back. Exhale, reach front. Oh, that's nice on the back. Straighten and reach back. 2. And hinge. All right, bend the knee. Number 3. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Oh, inhale, straighten, reach back. Hinge, reach down. All right, bend the knee. Number 4. So again, you follow the toe. I say that because I feel a little twinge when I don't make sure that knee is following the toe. Reach back and front. All right, then number 5, inhale. Always seems to go faster on the second one. Exhale, reach. Inhale, straighten, reverse. Exhale, hinge. All right, I think that was 5. Bend the knee. Number 6, inhale, reach back. Exhale, front. Inhale, straighten, reach back. Exhale, hinge. 2 more. Bend the knee. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, reach front. This is 7. Inhale, straighten, reach back. Exhale, hinge. All right, last one with movement. Bend the knee. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, reach front. Inhale, straighten, reach back. And hinge. All right, let's hold all of those. All right, bend the knee. Inhale to reverse warrior. Left arm up the back, right arm just over the head. And exhale, extended side angle. So again, elbow can stay on the thigh, or you can take your hand to the floor. If I'm looking to relax, I'll leave that elbow on the thigh. All right, and think about your left arm. It's being pulled to the wall beside you. Inhale, straighten. Let's see, take that right hand behind the back, left hand over the top, or vice versa. Try to grab your hands. And hinge. Triangle is one of my favorites. So hips hinge, hands can stay high, or you can go low. Hips to to the back of the room. And again, you can put a hand on blocks. I feel more stable putting a hand on my shin. And bend the knees, that right knee, turn towards the floor. Woo! All right, so I'm gonna go the other way. So we're gonna play with kneeling. All right, so I have my kneeling pad. Okay, you could also fold up your mat a little bit to support your knees. If you're at home, you can just find something soft to support. All right, back toe. I generally like it down, but for this part, we'll start with the toe curls. All right, now we're playing with, let me show you the blocks. Let's play with a lizard move here. All right, so blocks or hands are inside of your left foot. Okay, I'm gonna start that knee down. And I wanna come into a lunge here. So I want that outside hip to be getting a stretch, and the front leg is working a little. Knees over ankle. Knees over ankle. Now, I'm gonna exhale back and twist towards the straight leg. Okay, back to center, we got the lizard pose. Now I'm gonna actually go a little lower, so that was practice. Down, head goes down, lift, extend, and twist. All right, back to center, and two, bend, bow, lift, extend, and twist. And center, number three, bend, bow, lift, extend, and twist. All right, number four, bend, bow, lift, extend. I'm not forcing the bow, twist. I'm just seeing where I can go. And four, bend, bow, lift, extend, whoo, and twist. All right, back to center, five, bend, bow, lift, extend, whoo, and twist. I have to exhale for that extension. All right, then number six, bow, lift, extend, and twist. Center, seven, bend, bow, lift, extend, and I think this was eight. Okay, I'm gonna hold each of those. So lizard. You can keep long arms, but one thing I like about lizard is that I don't have to do long arms, because I tell you, my wrists, after like a week of classes, they just need a break. So we can go forearms to the blocks. Let me show you in the front. Our knee is outside, so it's allowed to open there, okay? It's outside of the arms. All right, we got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Extend the arms, okay? And we'll go back sideways. So now, hands on either side of your foot, okay? And we got the hips shifted back. We're going to hold here before we twist. Chest towards the thighs. And inhale, lift the chest a little bit. And I'm going to twist to the right. So I have to come up a little bit there. All right, we'll twist to your left. Twisting towards the straight leg. Center. Okay, I'm gonna switch sides. Okay, so now opposite leg. Remember, we're inside. Fix your pants underneath. We are inside of our leg. So my body is inside of that. My left foot, maybe you're right. All right, so we'll go for that. Bend, bow, all that stuff. Okay, so also, before we go, knee over ankle. And on this other one, we are getting a bit of a lunge stretch from the start. Okay, here we go. All right, bow, lift, straighten that right leg, and twist to the right. Back to center, bend, bow, lift, and I feel a lot more comfortable on this side. Straighten and twist. Back to center, and 3, bend, bow, straighten, twist. Center and bend. Number 4, bow, lift, extend, and twist, and center. Number 5, bend, bow, lift, extend, and twist. Oh, that's lovely. And 6, bend, bow, lift, extend, and twist. Back to center. And 7, bend, bow, extend, straighten, and twist. I think this was 8, bend, bow, lift, extend, and twist. And we'll hold these 3 poses. So forearms on the floor if you can, forearms on the block if you need. So sometimes my back is tight and I don't want to go right to the floor, so I'll use those blocks. And don't forget that outside foot can be open if you like. All right, let's hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Go ahead and get those blocks centered. Now we're going to straighten that leg. So hands on either side of the foot now, and we got half split. So chest towards your thigh, head towards your leg. And bend that right knee. Ooh, oh, no, we're not. No, we're not. We're going to keep it straight. All right, and we're going to lift the chest. There we go, lift the chest, and we're going to twist to that back leg. Back to center, bend that knee. So, I want to play with, ooh, I've been doing this Malasana rock, and honestly, most people find it a little crazy. So, let's do the build up. Stay with one level if you need. I always have a few people that'll go for it, but for the most part, it is a little wild. All right, so let's start with the rolling part. Okay, so all your extra, it's the country coming out. Okay, they don't come out very often. The country comes out once in a while. All right, so rock and roll. So let's show you rock and roll with butterfly. So we'll start with butterfly. Now, if you need, I'm teaching this like I'm in class, right? If you need to, if you want to just hang out, cat and cow here for a bit, because maybe the other stuff is fine, or maybe this is cookie. Stay here, arch, and come up. Matter of fact, I'm going to do that with you. Let's go 5, inhale, 4. This one, less of a holding move, 3. This will probably be the only stretch we hold. 2. Okay, so rock and roll. I'm going to kick up, use momentum, and I'm going to come back to that butterfly. I'm going to kick up and come back. So I am not relying only on outer strength. I am relying on some momentum, but you are working abs. And 4, butterfly, and 5. These are really fun once you learn them. I try to keep them, I tend to do them every day in some way or form. And they help you with just, if you were to fall, you know how to like go back. All right, and 9, and 10. Plus it's nice to be able to get from the floor. All right, so we'll hold the butterfly pose first. All right, if this is too close, send your legs out further. All right, so holding forward. Matter of fact, I want to see about keeping my shoulders back. And all right, now before I go to rolling into the squat, we have options. You can sit on your blocks. I'll show you the block, and then I'm going to get rid of the blocks. Okay, so you might not need the blocks, but let's see. Here's what it looks like. With the blocks, we're going to press the knees out. We'll play with that for a moment. So pressing the knees out. The trick with this, opening my feet really wide. Okay, so sometimes I feel like people are just limited because they're trying to do what I'm doing with their feet close together, and maybe you can't get your heels down. If you open your feet, you'll be able to have more space. All right, so pressing the knees out. All right, now 3, 2, 1. You can stay with the blocks or take it to the floor. All right, and I'm still pressing the knees out. So now I can do it probably more with my elbows. Exhale, inhale. Remember, nice wide feet. And I think because I'm able to get pretty low, it makes the rolling into this easy. So it's gonna take time to get to where you want to be. All right, let's take 3, 2, and 1. We'll hold here, whether it's on the blocks or not. And now I'm gonna play with the roll. So option A, let me show you where you can stay with just the rock and roll to the butterfly. Okay, feet are open. So knees are open, feet are together. All right, or kick up and wide feet. And I'm going to come into that malasana and then watch. My buns are closed. I'm going to roll. Again, using that momentum from the kick. And kick it up. 3. Watch out for your neck. I'm scrolling my neck. Roll to your shoulders. And 4. Ooh, we'll do 10 of these. Just because they're fun. 5. I always laugh. I think they're fun. I don't know if you will. 4. And left. Kick it up. 5. Oh my goodness. And you can take this into a lot of other moves as you see because we're rolling forward. 6. Oh my gosh. You can lean forward and open those knees. Oh, 7. If you felt like doing yoga, you can do crow pose. 8. Inhale, exhale here. 9. All right. 10. Oh my goodness. All right, so either hold your squat right here, or we'll hold, lean it forward. Oh. And again, you don't have to do crow pose to get the lovely effects of opening those inner thighs. Oh, let's go 3, 2, and 1. All right. Okay. So, turns out to be more leg mobility than anything. I'm going to skip the forearm plank. So let's go for our gate fold. So we'll keep it more on legs today. And thread. Okay, you can call this many different things. We're going to face forward for a moment. I'll probably turn sideways in a few. All right, so you have one knee on the pad. So I have let's say my right knee on the pad, my left foot is out. The pinky toe does not have to touch the ground on the left toe. All right, so first we're gonna slide back. So maybe that toe is curled, and then inhale up. All right, I'll show you from the side. Then I'm gonna turn back around, slide back. Legs off to the side. Inhale up, feet are in line with the knees. There we go, let's go for 10. Inhale. You can curl the toe or point it. 9. What your knee is most happy with. 8. Inhale. 7. You'll feel a little better on the mat because this floor is hard. 6. Oh my goodness. And 5. Now you don't have to go all the way back. I go all the way back during the movement. 4. And then I like to hold up high. 3. Oh my God. 2. One. I was wondering what to record today, and I said, you know what, let's do some mobility. So option A, you can sit all the way back, hold. I prefer to be up because then I feel more stretch in this groin area. But I prefer my glutes to be up, and then it's more like a half frog pose. All right, so the idea is stretching the groin. Let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend those arms. Woo! I'm gonna bring the hips up, and then I'll swing that leg back, and then and tuck it in. So I think of a holster. All right, other side, leg is out, and we're playing with that slide back. So my knee slightly forward of my foot. And exhale back. Oh, we're going for 10. Inhale forward. And 2. Inhale. 3. Inhale. 4. Inhale. 5. Inhale. Things are crackling and popping. 6. 7. Up. 8. 9. And the last one. 10. Okay, so again, you can stay low here or come up for more of a groin stretch and maybe even open that left knee out to the side a little bit. Extend the arms, we're going to swing that leg back and bring it in. I just like how it feels on the joints when I do that methodical slide in and tuck. Okay, this feels better. All right, so we have, what do we have? Head of knee twist with a side. Just head of knee twist. Okay, now the leg is more forward. Foot is inside of the thigh or somewhere up it. If you need to, just let that one stay long, but we're focusing on your left. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay, we're gonna twist back. Gentle twist, looking behind you. And then exhale, twist towards the toe. Inhale up. Oh, that's nice. Exhale down. Inhale 3. Exhale down. My twist is mostly coming from my rib cage. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. I think I'll do 10 this time. Usually I'll do 8. 7. Let's go for 10. Twist. 8. And twist. Now sometimes I'll get dizzy. Even seated, I'll kind of look forward while I twist. If you get dizzy, look forward. And last one. And reach. Let's hold that twist. So it's a mild twist. Back shoulders roll back. Looking over that shoulder. Looking to the past for what things that made us stronger. So the idea is using yoga, twist to the other side. I'm stumbling over those words. Exhale forward. Is that let's look, if we're going to look to the past, let's look to it to give us proof of how capable we are. So rather than ruminating over what we couldn't do and how we messed up, what about we just look to it for proof? It's like, yeah, I used past lessons, but our general focus shouldn't be on what's behind us. All right, let's walk up the leg. If you're thinking driving even, your general focus is what's in front of you. All right, so let's go to the other side. Deep thoughts with Jack Handy in here. Okay, right foot into the thigh or left foot into the thigh. Let's go for it with a twist. Oh my goodness, exhale, reach. Inhale, so I don't think we held, yes we did. So we got a twist to head of knee. 3, exhale. Good, 4, light twist. I want to go for the deep fold if I can. And 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Because you can flop the hair. Kind of need to so you don't have hair in your eyes. 8. Inhale 9. Exhale. Alright, last one with movement. Twist. And reach. And I'm going to come back to hold the twist first. So what have I accomplished? Look at how strong I am. That way when I have something new coming up, there's always some fear when we're going to do something new. And I think in those times it's good to remind ourselves, hey, you did hard stuff before, you can do that again. All right, and then we're going to twist and reach. So thinking about chest is up a little bit, and then let the chest rest on the thigh. And walk up the shin. Okay, so let's see. Oh, this is a fun one. I think it's fun. All right, let's see how much space we have for this one. Okay, so we're gonna move the blocks out of the way. You're gonna move everything out of the way. All right, and then we have a twist and reach. So knees are gonna go towards me, to the left. Okay, so I'm gonna call out my directions here. You can lengthen that top leg if you like. And I'm gonna support my head, so it's a little bit of ab work. Support my head with this bottom hand, this left hand, and exhale up. Inhale down, and exhale up. I'm gonna do just a few here. Inhale down, and 3, because I wanna add something, and down, 4. I tell you, I've done this one a lot this week. I really feel my glutes, and 5, glutes and abs. All right, so now, we're gonna combine it with this move. So starting with shoulder down, and the leg swings back. So let's do just the move we're going to combine it with. And the hand swings back. Okay? Then leg swings front, hand swings back. And leg swings front. Oops, sorry, hand swings front. Oh, yeah. And kick forward. And reach it forward. All right, and 3, twist. Shoulder taps down, and down. 2. Back. Running into obstacles. Last one. And back. Okay, so this can feel intricate, but it's nice once we have it. So here's the combo. Let's get into the twist, shoulder down. We're gonna tap first. We're gonna keep the moves separate. Just do them back to back. All right, so tap, lower, swing leg back, and come back to the twist. All right, so tap, shoulder back down, reach, and kick back. All right, twist, tap, lower, and swing. So I've been calling this the swing, and back. All right, 4, lower, swing. We'll just do 8. This is doing some moves. All right, 5, up, down, and swing. But honestly, sometimes people think that mobility is passive. This is some work. Down and twist. All right, 2 more. Twist, tap, lower, woo, and reach. All right, last one. Twist, tap, lower, and reach. All right, if you'd like to go into a twist, I'll be honest though, at this point, it's kind of still like work on this top move. Do it anyway. All right, let's go 3, 2, and 1, and then these come in. Okay, you could just roll the other way. I'm gonna switch ends so I can still talk to you and not to the wall. Alrighty, so twist, tap, all that lovely stuff. Let's start with the singles by themselves. Moving all your stuff out of your way. Alright, so we got knees to the front, or opposite what you did. Straight leg if you can. Tapping only, okay? So left arm up, tap the left leg, and then down. So same hand, tap, same leg. And 2, up. Inhale down. And 3. Inhale. And 4. Oh, that's nice. And 5. So not too intense yet, but once we do, we'll practice both. Okay, so back to the twist. Now we're playing with the swing. Okay, so I'm gonna swing the leg back and the arm up. Okay, and then twist, shoulder back down. Swing, and shoulder down. Flashing your neighbor. And 4. And back. And 5. So they both are glute moves. Okay, let's do the combo. So we're in the twist. Let's tap, lower, swing. I should go this low in class. I get excited and I go fast. Twist, shoulder down, tap, lower shoulder, and twist and reach. All right, twist, tap, number 3, lower, and reach. Twist, tap, lower, woo, and reach. And I think going slower is making it a little more intense. Twist, tap, lower, and twist. Okay, got 3 more. Twist, tap, shoulder always goes back down, so this is for your upper body too. Twist, reach, and come back. 6, lower, reach, may give you extra. Twist, 7, lower, and reach. Twist, last one, up, down, and reach. Okay, we'll do that twist, the stretch for a moment. Then I'm actually gonna hit the other glute because again, we just worked this, so it feels like we're still working it. Okay, so knees come in for a moment. Oh my goodness, that's lovely. Ooh. Okay, matter of fact, we'll do twisted root and then we will hold. So twisted root, little version of it. Right leg over left, and then give yourself a hug. Left arm on top. So my right leg's on top, my left arm's on top. Always the opposite leg and hand. So I'm gonna roll to the left. Oh my gosh, you can see how this is gonna be a nice stretch. And then come back, cartwheel, shoot. And right arm, left leg on top. Twist right. Okay, open. So you're always twisting your upper body cross away from your lower body. Inhale to the back, cartwheel, cross it, opposite arm on top. Helps us get a nice stretch in both parts. Cartwheel, and over. Let's say you did cartwheels today. Cartwheel, and over. All right, let's do 6 more because this one's nice. Cross, and hug, whoop, one arm. Open, opposite arm on top. All right, cross. And twist. All right, 4 more. Cartwheel, hug, stabilize, cartwheel, hug, stabilize. 2 more. Cartwheel, hug, and last one. Hug and twist. All right, I'm gonna grab my blocks because I want to show you a nice way to hold this one. I'll show you on this side facing you first. So, got my left over right. Okay, I want to roll away from the top leg. And then if you can keep the legs on the floor. I notice I start to lose my shoulder position. And sometimes my back is tight. So I'll just put a block on the side to catch. And if I stay here long enough, I might take the block out. Let's hold for 8 breaths here. That's a little over 30 seconds. Taking deep breaths as if this is expensive air and we want to get a lot of it in us. Tells our nervous system we can calm down, which in effect makes us stretch a little deeper because our body tightens when we stretch initially. It's trying to help us. It's trying to keep us from doing something crazy and hurting ourselves. So we need that relaxation of the breathing, time, and that movement we do in the beginning helps a lot to help the body relax into the stretch. That was probably more than 8 breaths. I was talking, it felt good. All right, we're gonna switch sides, cartwheel. Okay, and don't forget, block if you need on the outside of that thigh. Okay, and I got the right arm on top, so right leg on top, left arm on top. the belly. And woo! I don't even want to do anything else. Do we have anything else to add on here? Oh, okay. Let's do one more move. It's kind of fun. All right. So these come back in. All right. Hanuman split. Hanuman's just it's a name of something in yoga. Anyways, right leg is straight. Left leg is getting a quad stretch, and we're going to play side to side. So option A, I'm actually going to stay on the back. Hold the shin. See if you can hold that left ankle. And I'm going to switch, get a quad stretch, and inner thigh stretch here. Okay, let me do 2 more like that, and I'm going to go to my toes, reach, foot back, 1 foot back, the other is open. Okay, now if you like, hold the toe and the ankle, and it's tricky because it's kind of fun to see if you can keep those both in your hands. All right, so what was the myth of Hanuman? Hanuman, doggone it. Okay, so I think he was, I don't know if he was a god or a demigod that had forgot that he was a god, so he didn't know how powerful he was, and he lived his life not knowing how great he was, and he had a friend who did know how great he was, and at some point that friend's girlfriend got in trouble, because I'm very loosely telling you this tale, and he was like, I care about my friend, so I'm going to help her out, and he was able to jump across the sky, and in that moment when he was helping his friend out, that's when he realized how strong he was, and his friend had known it all along. So it was kind of interesting myth. Let's do a couple more. Because isn't that all of us? We don't know how strong we are. Other people can see it. You know, even those people who bother us might be, or who might be jealous, they can see it, and that's why they want to bring us down. And that's cold. So that sounds so horrible. If you like, put that left foot down. I like to put the left foot down, and we'll hold there. But my point on that is that when I say people who bring us down, people who might be jealous and have something to say about what we're doing, they know that there's greatness in us, and maybe they're feeling like they're not tapping into their own. So they might say bad things, but they know we're great, right? They know we're good. All right, and let's go the other way. Okay, left leg is straight, right toe is down. And then there's those friends who are like, yeah, I knew you had it in you all along, but it takes us sometimes to be tested to see how strong we are. I'm really talking to myself in that one because I've been feeling challenged and been upset about the challenges, but I don't get strong unless I am challenged. All right, come back to the center. Oh, that's lovely. All right, finish with that knee hug. All right, now hand behind the legs. Now you can kick your way up, or you can roll up. All right, so there's a little bit of mobility for you. Feels like some strength as well, and just remember, take everything one day at a time. Do what you can, because we only get better if we keep going at it, okay? And it doesn't have to be this hard, crazy thing. It can be a little every day. So I'm starting myself on taking someone else's splits program, and I'm doing it in part to show myself, hey, I can commit to something, because sometimes I'll buy these programs and never finish them. And I don't want to do them every day. Sometimes I'm really tired, and I'll say, just whatever, just do one. Thankfully, her videos are kind of short, So I was like, just do one, and then I end up doing 2 or 3. So just take that first step. Allow yourself to back out when you're feeling pain. Okay, rest is important. And then hop back on when you're ready. And if we take little steps, we'll get to where we want to go. Even if it takes longer than we thought. But it'll be a better journey. All right, anyways, have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Try this out.